What is going on, guys? If you haven't watched my 5 things I hate about my WRX video, I'm going to link it right here in the card. Today we're going to fix one of the things I hated, which was the first and second gear slop. So Panda Motor Works has sent us this Cobb shift stop for the 15 up WRX. So hopefully it takes care of the first and second gear slop. Like I said, it's one of the things that I really dislike about the car. Not sure why Subaru has done this. But anyways, guys, let's get right into it. Let's get this thing unboxed and let's fix the slop in our first and second gear on our 23 WRX.
That's how you rev it.
Alright guys, here's the part number for those of you that are curious. So we're going to do an old one-handed unboxing. I've already cut the tape. So in the box you get the shifter stop itself. So, boom. Very nice, thick plastic material. I went with Cobb because I've heard the, like Billet Works makes a beautiful shift stop. But I've heard that metal can get a little clangy, and it's kind of annoying. They said this absorbs some of the noise, so yeah. Oh, let's not go with that. Of course, you get Cobb stickers. Everybody loves Cobb stickers. I've got them everywhere. Well, yeah, there's one right there. I'm sure there's other places there around the garage, but anyways, get your extenders, then you get your washers and your nuts. So we are going to, I'm going to go ahead and thread a couple of these nuts onto these washers to kind of prep what we're going to do in here. So guys, let's get started on this. Alright guys, first thing to do to get prepped for this is I'm going to thread these on about like that. So you'll see why here in a minute, but I'm going to thread each of them on just like this. Oh yeah. So guys, in your box you should have 2 studs, 4 of these nuts, and 2 of these rounded looking washers. Whenever you put these on momentarily, this round side will go up. So, alright guys, let's get in the car and let's get this thing installed. Also, for this job you're going to need extension, deep 10 mil, and I'm also going to grab my torque wrench. I think these bolts get torqued to 4.5 to 5 foot-pounds. If my torque wrench goes that low, I'm going to go ahead and torque them down to spec while we're in there. Alright, torque wrench goes down to 5 foot-pounds, so we're going to send it with 5 foot-pounds. It's better than nothing. It does say 4.5 to 5, so we're just going to roll with it. Alright guys, to get this installation started, we're going to take your shift knob off. Guys, if you ain't seen my video on this STI shift knob, go make sure you check it out. I'd like to know what y'all think about this thing. Alright, I'm just going to put that up in there. So to get this out, just kind of reach in here. And actually I'm going to move all that, because I do believe all that stuff has to come out. We'll move this cord to get it out of the way. So you should just be able to dig in here. Oh, this has probably never been out before, so it's going to be tight. Oh, here we go. So guys, don't be afraid to pull it. It is held in with some tabs. I'll show them when I get out. And this slides over. This slides over this whole thing. So yeah, like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of those blue tabs, and then this slides down into here. So, all right, guys. So here's what we're working with. I'm gonna try to film this the best I can. Basically, this nut and this nut comes out. These studs go in, and then the shifter stop itself sits in here like this, and this is what gets rid of this crazy first and second gear slop. So I'll insert a clip here of it with the shift boot on that I filmed in my 5 Things I Hate About My WRX video. It's first and second gear. Look at the slop in first gear and then in second. Guys, whenever you're taking off and going to second, this makes it extremely difficult to shift gear smoothly. That's why you can see, because like there's third. See how third has no play in it? First gear is just crazy. It makes it very hard to get used to driving the car. And sometimes it's like when you're just like at a red light just trying to shift, like there's a huge range of motion it can go in, so it's like, get in there, you know? Just kind of weird feeling. So guys, they say to mark these, but I'm just going to do them one at a time so I don't have to mark them. You can tighten up your 5th gear slop. I'm not unhappy with mine, so I'm just going to leave it where it is from the factory. Like I said, my main concern is just this first and second gear slop. So guys, I'm going to get one bolt out at a time, install these studs, and let's get on with this install. Alright guys, this is the best camera angle I can do. Have this thing resting against my e-brake. So that is broke loose. We're going to very carefully take this out. We're going to make sure to not drop anything. Okay guys, next this stud goes in, and what you're going to do, you're going to thread it in as far as it'll go. Oh, don't drop it, Brian. You're going to thread this stud in as far as it'll go, and then once it's in as far as it'll go, you back it out 1 full turn, and then you tighten this nut down. So I'm probably going to speed this process up just so you all ain't bored to death. Like I said, new stud, screw it all the way in until it's all the way in, and then you'll tighten this nut up. I'll show you after I get it all the way in and I start to tighten the nut up. Alright, y'all probably won't be able to see this, but stud is all the way down as far as it'll go. Turn it 1 full turn out. Then you're going to hold the top of this stud, and then you're going to screw this nut all the way down so it don't spin the stud with it. Once it gets flush, you will tighten. Okay, it's kind of where it's tight. Now, I'm going to tighten mine 5 foot-pounds, just because that is that's the lowest my torque wrench goes. So, I just don't want to over-tighten this. Alright guys, there's 5 foot-pounds. And now the next step is to get this top one out and do the same thing. And guys, I'm not going to film this again to bore you. I will basically skip to where we are installing the shift stop itself. Alright guys, I am back. Both studs and nuts are installed. So now, this is going to sit on there just like that. And so if you want it, if you're unhappy with your 5th and 6th gear slot, you can undo the bolts at the bottom a little bit. And this plate right here, you can basically slide over or closer into you, and you can tighten 5th and 6th gear up. Because see, this plate is also used as the reverse stop as well. So I'm going to put this thing like right in the middle, and I'm just going to go with it there. And because I just think anything will be an improvement over what is currently there. So again, sorry about this angle. It is super hard to hold the camera and do this in the car. So the rounded part goes at the bottom. And again, I'm trying to be very careful here. We don't want to drop anything down in there, because if you do, you're never going to find it. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to try to get these pretty even in the middle here. First, I'm going to get these nuts started. Like I said, my main focus right now is just not dropping these nuts. Okay. I got that one started. Again, guys, sorry if the camera's focusing weird and stuff. And then we're going to... Right. No! Alright, guys. Now I'm going to have to find that. That is no good. Oh, let me find... Oh, thank goodness. It's just down here in the ball. I'm going to get a magnet before I mess around and lose that. Alright, those snap-on pocket screwdriver coming to the rescue here. Oh. Got it. Alright. Now let's get this thing on here without dropping it again. No. Why do I keep doing that? Guys, my finger's almost too big for this. Alright. We're in business now, fellas. Alright. So now, my focus is going to be trying to get these to where they're pretty even looking. Just going to try to get it dead even. Okay. Looks pretty good there. I'm going to kind of give them a little hand tighten just to make sure. And then I'm going to tighten them. Again, I'm going to tighten these the same, 5 foot-pounds. Just so they are not over tightened. Alright guys, so I know I told you in the last clip that I was going to shove this about in the middle. The middle didn't feel good. It still felt sloppy. So what I did, I unloosened both of these and I shoved them all the way over. I shoved this all the way over as far as it would go, and now when it's in first, there's minimal play. So about like third. Yeah, about like third and fourth. Fifth and sixth, they're a little bit worse. I could have made it tighter. I didn't really care. Like I said, first and second was what I was worried about. And guys, that feels so much better going into first and second. It's not like you're trying to find a big gap and put it right in the middle. This just feels so much better. So I'm going to get this put back together, and I'm going to kind of do it with the shifter, see how it feels. But guys, I highly recommend this Cobb shift stop. Like I said, if you're interested, make sure you check the description down below. PandaMotorworks.com. Use code BLewis to save yourself some money, just like I did, if you're interested in getting this thing. Guys, just a note, whenever you're reinstalling this, there are 3 tabs that just slide in back here, and then just make sure you get all those blue clips pop back in, and then this shifter boot will just slide down here and just slide right into place right here. And then you'll just reinstall your shift knob, and guys, that is it. So not a bad install whatsoever. I never installed a shift stop before, so I didn't really know what to expect. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. So let's get this thing threaded on. Alright, I'm gonna go one more turn. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah, first gear. See, first gear's got about as much slop as third now. Guys, that is so much better. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, if you own a 22 plus WRX, or I think they even had this same problem in last generation Subaru WRXs. But yeah, that is an absolute must. This is the first thing I would do. If you're curious what the first mod to do to your Subaru is, guys, this has to be it. Any kind of shift stop, it doesn't matter what brand. Like I said, I went with Cobb because it was plastic and it absorbs some of the noise. Oh, that's just, yeah. Guys, that feels so much better. Before, you were kind of wiggling it around, trying to jam it in the middle perfectly. This just feels excellent. Like I said, very minimal play compared to how it was. This used to slide all the way over here, and it was pretty bad. So, I'm very happy with that. It feels a lot better. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out in any way, please make sure you consider hitting the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the bells to get all my notifications. Guys, a lot more stuff coming on the WRX. Again, if you're interested in the shift stop I installed in this video, PandaMotorworks.com. Use code BLewis to save yourself some money just like I did. But guys, my dog's excited outside about something. I'm going to go check out what he's doing. But guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Check all the links down in the description box below. Until next time.